Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the most magical show in the keyboard community. I'm your host, Merlin, and welcome to my channel, Mech Merlin, where I cover such keyboard topics such as the NorCal Meetup, and I build keyboards for clients and also program QMK. Today, we are going to be taking it easy just because I'm still tired from NorCal. This past weekend, I left really early in the morning on Friday, landed way too early at NorCal, and had to work, believe it or not. And yeah, after some parties and whatnot, the meetup was just so exhausting to me that when I finally got back, I was like, I just need to pass out. So yeah, I just wanted to talk briefly about what a meetup is and what we did at the NorCal meetup. And what better way to do this than actually have a photo album? Well, let's check that out. This is from one of the meetup attendees. But let's see, who's here anyway? I have no name 8. Thanks for joining in, Sylvester. Sylvester says, do you even have that hat on all the time, even while sleeping? I have it every single day, even when I'm showering, when I'm in the bathroom, when I'm at work, everywhere. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Hold on. There we go. Let's do that one. There we go. There we go. So yeah, this is from Mr. Patrick Breen, also known as Nebulant amongst the Discords. Yeah, he was there with me. I spent some time with him, and he took a lot of great photos here. He usually takes a lot more photos, but I guess this time he was too engrossed in surveying all of the boards. The hat stays on, of course he does. Shower hat, yeah, I know. I wonder if I could get like a waterproof version of this. Who knows, who knows. But let's see. Let's turn on some music before we do this. Dum da dum. There we go. Here we go. But, you know, usually on Tuesdays I do porting with ports. And I figured I might as well show some port while I'm doing this. Here we go. Okay. Let's get back to the real nitty-gritty of this. So today, even though I'm not really porting anything, well, maybe at the end of the stream, if I have time, I will port a board really quick. But today's port is Sandman port. I picked this up from QFC, my local grocery store, for about 11 bucks. I've had a tiny sip of it, and unfortunately, from that tiny sip, it's not all that great. Let's see, are there any tasting notes? No tasting notes at all, but 19.5% alcohol per volume. 750 milliliters. We'll see. The port's back, I know, right? The port is back, but no porting with ports. But yeah, you know, maybe I shouldn't drink too much tonight. I kind of had a little too much alcohol this past weekend. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, definitely not the best port that I've had so far, but who knows? Maybe the more I drink, the better it will taste. But here we go. All right, okay. So as I said earlier, this was from a Nebulant, also known as Patrick Breen. And yeah, the meetup was held at the same place last year, the Mosaic Restaurant and Lounge over by the 4 Points Sheraton in downtown San Jose. So it's like a hotel / restaurant. There's a bar in it, there's some food. It's not the largest of venues. I found it very packed inside. But here we go. Look at that. So speaking of Mr. Nebulant, Oops. These were actually all of his boards. These are all his boards. He occupied an entire table. Now let's see. You can see a few boards that I recognize. There's the Norbauer Heavy 6. Guys, check this out. You know what that key set is? That is Skull Squadron, which he just recently got. He's one of the few who have it. I think there's less than 150 on the entire planet. There we go. And that one's Lime. Yeah, he's got quite a few. Look at that. He's got Big Bone. MDA Big Bone. Quite a few. Yeah, he had quite a few suitcases when he came in. But good thing he's local. He's local to California. Here we go. Here is the man of the hour, man of interest, who helped set up the entire event. I believe he's done this about 10 times at this point. Yeah, this is Adam, also known as Mega Bulgogi, Mega Beef. Yeah, he was volunteering, collecting all of the money. So this is actually the first NorCal event that I went to where you actually had to pay money. It was a $10 entrance fee, and you got a bunch of stickers, and you got a keycap, and yeah, I think it's helped to help cover costs. So typically the vendors are outside, everyone else is inside, but that didn't quite work out this year. Here we go. This is the clue board table that is Scully Dazed of clue board fame and one of the 2 directors of QMK. I was showing this picture off earlier, and someone said, "Oh, he looks like Patton Oswalt." Yeah. So he was actually selling a few boards too. I'll show off what this is later on during the stream. But yeah, that is the all brass clue board right there. The all brass clue board with Nantucket's Electric. More clue board photos, and right next to Scully was the key cult table. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? I got to actually pick one up and it is definitely really heavy. This one actually wasn't a key cult board. Someone with the key cult came by and was like, "Here, have one more to show off, but I'll pick this up later." I honestly wasn't too impressed with the TKL. I really liked the 60% though. Every meetup got that key cult table. Yeah, I know. But this is the first time that I actually met the key cult people. There we go. This is the Kono table. That's Andrew, the CEO of Kono and Input Club. And they're showing off their Kira and a bunch of their other boards like the White Fox. They were selling a lot of refurbished White Foxes too. Here we go. Oh, this is El Baron of Iron 165 fame. So what he's got here actually is, there we go. This is one of the prototype Iron 165s. I forgot what this one is. I think this was a Singa actually. A Singa. This was a Think 6.5. Another iron. A polycarbonate Think 165. And a polycarbonate iron. So this was actually my favorite table. I kept coming back to this because I really wanted an Iron 165. I was a few seconds short of buying one. I went to check my bank account and was like, do I really want this? Do I have the money? And then I was like, yeah, I've got the money, I can do this. So I went back to the site and it was all sold out. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. He's got an actual polycarbonate Alice right there. couple other boards, and an HHKB. Nebulant! Thanks for joining in. I'm going through your photo album, if you can tell. Paul PS, thanks for joining in. Here we go. He's like, why are you taking a photo of me? Why? Why are you taking a photo of me? Ooh, okay. Now this is an interesting board. This was at the Keebio table. The people who make like the heirloom gourds. Oh, over here. Oh. This is a PCB designed by a gentleman named DMA, I believe is his name. And that is a PCB for TOPRA switches, capacitive switches. And I believe this is the prototype. I do not know what kind of firmware he's running, and I didn't really get a chance to look too much at the PCB, but you know, we could have custom TOPRA boards in the future. Cozy, thanks for subscribing for 4 months. Oh, Nebulant says beam spring. Okay, okay. I was wrong. It's a beam spring. But yeah, this is really cool. Let's see, yeah. And this is the proprietor of Keyboard IO. See that? These are the heirloom grade boards. That's what I remember. A couple years back, he was traveling all around the United States showing off these boards. So, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly, these are all Alps boards with custom profile keycaps, exclusive to this layout. And he's running his own firmware. Okay, so this table, okay. So when I first got to the meetup, which was 5 minutes before it even started, right? All the tables were already full. And there was this one particular table that was like 2 tables long, and it was just filled with vintage boards. I can see a Northgate Omni key. I see one of those old Apple keyboards right there. Model M. I don't even recognize a lot of these. This was a nice Hirose MX switchboard. Yeah, there were just so many of them. Yeah, so if you look over here, there was even more on the other half of the table, but he took up 2 tables worth. Let's see, there's probably other photos of it. Okay. Oh, here we go. Even more boards. Oh, look. GMK Olivia by Starston. Oh, it's not really resolving properly. But here we go. This was one of the other boards that I thought was really cool. The J01 by Jay. Jay of Top Clack fame. As you can see, it features an ISO enter key. Cozy says, I say Hirose too. I know it's wrong, but I can't help it. Hirose, Hirose, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce these things. Let's see. What else? Boom. Okay. Oh, the other half of Starston's boards. Look at that. There's his Key Cult #1, Rev 1. Omega 60, Lube with Crystal 129. Very nice, very nice. And a Kepler. Jeez. I didn't realize this guy had so many high-end boards on his table. The Sirius Proto. I can't even read that. So many blue-gray keycaps. Yeah, I think those are the colors that he likes. There we go. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what they're looking at. Okay, this is the mass drop table. There we go. A couple of mass drop boards there. If you guys remember the drop shift, it used to be your typical 1800 style layout, which was this guy right here, which I had the opportunity to review, but after a lot of people said that it looked ugly, they made it more compact, which is the keyboard down over here. Yeah. What are they drinking? Just coffee. They've got Hamon. Oh yeah, this board right here, this guy right here, the one that's gold, this is a mass drop control that is completely gold plated. It might even be the most expensive keyboard at the meetup. Cozy says, what is that Cirrus Proto? Was that Palm? Yes, it was. Yeah. So as I was saying, I think because the control was completely gold plated, it might be the most expensive board at the meetup. Gilding a turd, that was a polycarb. Ah, look at that. I don't remember whose table this is. Here we go, KBD8X Mark II. I'm surprised he has one because people haven't been receiving theirs. A Lunar AEK and what is this? Just a regular 60%, I assume. Okay, and this one is... I don't know whose table this is, but he's got some cool artisans. Oh, too blurry. Okay. Custom internal design. I saw him in Seattle as well. Racing Giraffe, thanks for joining in. Okay, another photo of Huey. I don't know what he's drinking. He said he didn't drink that much because he was really tired that day. And there's me in the back. There's me in the back, and I'm chatting up Nat, also known as Minterly of SA Bliss and Cat Eternal. There we go. More photos, more photos. Oh yeah, this guy had some interesting 3D printed projects. Look at that. I spent a good 10 minutes playing with each and every one of these. And he had some old school typewriters as well, and a MacBook. Okay, another good photo of Starston's Key Cult. So beautiful. Cozy, here's a closer shot of that PC Sirius. Bam, okay. Oh look, there's my co-host Ray from the extra live stream. Like, there were just so many people that you just had to find space anywhere. And he had to sit outside in one of the corners. What is the board on the bottom? This board? This board is the Key Cult. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's the Kepler. Now that I can read it. Kepler Proto. Ooh, with Holy Jesus Christo. Christo 1... I'm the one who came up with that name. Where is this Flickr album? That is a good point. Let me just post that on. Let me link it for all of you all. Okay. Now, typically drinks and keyboards don't mix, but you know, there just really wasn't that much room. More keyboards. More keyboards. Back to Nebulant's table, actually. More of Nebulant's table. Oh, here we go. Here's a better photo of that fancy typewriter. More pictures of Nebulant's table. There we go. There's Ray again. Oh yeah, here's the other half of that table I mentioned earlier. There's just so many vintage boards. I think he was the only other person who brought like 2 suitcases. Oh, it's funny. There are people outside looking in and they're like, what are these people doing? Oh my gosh. Look. Dude, you must be like, these crazy people. Saturn OG, it was first come, first serve. There you go, another photo of one of my favorite boards. If you got in on the Iron 165, your board can tarnish, but the reason why this looks especially bad is because it got damaged during transit. There we go. People chatting with each other. These are the Key Cult folk. Key Cult. Key Cult. Oh look, it's Nathan Kim. Oh yeah, I have a funny story for you guys. So so the meetup started around 10. Around 1:30 time period, I think Nathan was already there. Someone came up to me really excited and said, oh my gosh, are you Teha? And I'm like, okay, so it's me with my hat on, and I have a name tag that says Merlin, and I'm just kind of like, I think he's over there, that way. So then I immediately went up to Nathan and was like, hey man, someone just came up to me and said this. And Nathan's reaction to that was like, Mark, was he white? No, they weren't trolling me. But yeah, this is Nathan Kim, the biggest streamer in our little niche, and he is borrowing Norbauer's camera. And yes, the person was indeed white. Oh, this is during giveaway time. See if you can spot me. I think that's it. That's it. All right, okay. So I took some photos too, but I did not actually use my real camera. I ended up just using my phone cam because it was convenient, you know? It's really convenient. So here we go. Let's do this. Let's go through some of them. So the night before, this was Friday, okay? Friday night, bunch of us went to a bar, and then Tiny, who's over here, was like, let's go karaokeing with, it didn't take much encouragement, but we all decided just to go with her. So here we go. Pork Chop Express, thank you for your donation. So yeah, Nebulant was there too, but you can't see him. So that's Tiny over there. That's Olivia. That's Nebulant. That's Adam. That's Osiris of Mechs on Deck. That's I am you, you are me. I forgot who he's sitting next to. I don't know. That's El Baron of the Iron 1665. Yeah. Okay. Nebulant is Huey, right? No, Nebulant is not in the photo. I think that's him over here in the corner. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure, yeah. So yeah, here we go. I am you, you're me. Okay, so one thing about meetups is I'm always too busy walking around with my camera, taking photos, taking video of people, that I always forget to take photos for myself, you know? And I just really wanted to take photos with people. So this time I explicitly chose not to video as much and do photos like this. Janky Render said, you said nebulant. I said nebulant? I'm sorry. I'm not even through with my glass yet. And yeah, some people were selling their boards. Oops, that's upside down. But yeah, I usually usually at meetups people don't sell their boards, or it's not very advertised, so I'm kind of surprised that people just did that. Right. E6.5 with red Gateron inks. Ooh. Oh yeah, this was the Meetup keycap. No, NorCal Meetup. Let's see. Ooh. TBRB Proto. This is a board I've not seen before. But if you look over here, that's the Rama knob. This one I thought was so peculiar. It's an actual workable board, but it's framed. It's the Pain 27. Dang. And the kayak. So I learned something at this meetup that I didn't know before. Apparently, the white fox fits in the kayak. I didn't know that. And coincidentally, this is actually the first time I've ever seen a kayak. And something most people don't know, but I actually named the kayak. Coda came up to me one day and was like, Merlin, I'm trying to design a cheaper version of the canoe. I'm like, oh really? Tell me more about it. It's gonna be like a bunch of acrylic plates that you just screw together. I'm like, okay, why don't we just call it the kayak? And it stuck. It stuck. I've named two things in this community, Zark. One is the kayak, and one is Hub Profile from the now defunct minivan. Rather, the van keyboards. So the hub keycap thing came around as like a pun on it, you know. I'm like, why don't you just call them hubcaps since they're going on your minivan? And it started off like that. You know who to talk to name yours? Nebulant, if you're still watching, I really like your little logo. Your little logo here. This crow going ah ah. It's really cute. I like it. Yes, Nebulant, it was a pun. Hubcaps was a pun. Okay. And now the COD 67. You know, Nebulant, I actually should have asked to borrow this board from you. Because this was one of the few boards that I didn't do well with the porting. Mainly because I was tracing the matrix during a Seattle build party. So I didn't have much time to actually do it properly. Like, light was fading, I was outside, it was getting dark, and there's me with my little multimeter just poking at it. So if I have another chance, I'd like to go through it again. Ooh, the gingham. Wait, is this Tai Hao? Yeah, Tai Hao Kingfisher keycaps. Nice. Well, Nebulant, it's already on QMK. It's just a little wonky, and that's completely my fault. Here we go, some artisans. I'm not a big artisan guy. What's this? Oh, another Discipline 65. That looks really nice, actually. Cozy, it's one of your boards. It made it to NorCal. And what's this? Okay, you guys can see I took lots of photos over on Nebulant's table. What is this? A Norbaforce V1. Nice. Very nice. Yep. Ooh. Okay, so I took a photo of this board in particular because this is the first time I've ever seen a working one. All other TRS 60s have all been dead. This is the first time I've seen one working. Here we go, an IBM 5140. One of the few boards that use SKCM Brown Alps. I've desoldered quite a few of them. No, this one is not Nebulance. Nebulance boards come with this little sticker on the, oh, not sticker, his like little placard like that, and his little crow. Yeah. There you go. There's another Nathan Kim photo. Yeah, so this is Norbauer's camera. I don't know why he borrowed Norbauer's. And Input Club Kira 96. Now, if you guys have never heard of Keyboard Bell, she makes lots of really nice 3D printed cases. The only thing I don't like about them, is that they're all flat angled. They're not, like, for me, that makes it really difficult to type on. Ooh, look. And as I said earlier, I'm trying to take photos with people. This is tiny. I'm not that much taller than her. She told me she's, what, I think 5 feet. Go Gary! So if I'm not mistaken, this might be the Gary who's a moderator of r/MK Discord. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is the Razer Huntsman TE. The first Razer with standard bottom row. And this, by far, I think is the most unique board. The most unique board at the meetup. You're looking at that wondering what material that is. That is cardboard. This guy, he just, instead of cutting acrylic pieces, he just cut cardboard pieces. And he put it together. He's actually sending a better prototype to Nathan Kim so that Nathan can build it. I've asked him for the design files because I want to try doing this too. And yeah. Yeah, it's, I tried just pushing down on the plate here, and there is so much flex on it. So much flex. Yeah, Cozy, you could include a cardboard plate on all of your PCBs. What does he call it? He was actually asking me what he should call it. I told him he should get licensing fees or he should ask for licensing and call it an OTD. It's the OTD cardboard. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh no, it does have a name. It's called, or maybe that's just the name of his company? Lab? Look at that hot glue. Oh my gosh. It's so ghetto. It's so ghetto, but it works. You know, let's see. What PCB would you guys put in this? What PCB? Mech's on deck! Oh my gosh, thanks for joining in. I spent significant time with Mech's on deck this past weekend. The Hobo 60, says Zark. Nice. Is there a brass weight option? You'd put a DZ60 in this. Nice. The cardboard. It's the best board of the Meetup. Well, this is the board that made me laugh the most. Just holding it was so freaking light. So, there is a design flaw. He said that he forgot to put a USB port. And I told him, no problem. This would be perfect for that Bluetooth PCB that everyone's waiting for. Okay. Yeah, so I just kept coming back to the iron 165 table. I just like how this looks so much. That this one, the polycarb version, looks so pretty. Look, this was the only Doro 67 that I saw at the Meetup, so I was very happy to see one in white because very few got sent. So this is Olivia. Took a photo with her since I missed her last time. She's pretty tall. I actually expected her to be shorter. And mentally, this was the... I think I did this at the same time that... Which one was it? Was it... Yeah, I think it was... Back to album. I think this photo happened seconds after this photo. Like, I was just asking her, I asked her, are you Minterly? And she's like, yes I am, but just call me Nat. And then seconds after, this happened. I took a photo with Nathan. I'm happy. Yeah, okay. See, so this is what I was wearing, right? I had my wizard hat and I had my name tag. Merlin, in parentheses, Mark. Neither of those are Teja types or Nathan. So someone coming up to me and being like, are you Teja? Oh my gosh, was like, I was so perplexed. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Took a photo with Chewy. There's Chewy, the other half of Mech's on deck. And I took a photo with Osiris as well, but I guess I forgot to upload it on Google Drive. Practically twins. And here we go, this is me and Huey. And once again, that's Scully in the background, and looks like he's talking with Hata of Input Club. So his daughter can actually walk now. I remember her still being in a stroller last year. But now his daughter can walk around. Kids grow up too fast. But yeah, there we go. So those are some of the photos. There are so many people with cameras, so I'm sure if you just hang around the Discords, hang around the Reddits, you'll see even more photos. But yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, a lot happened this weekend. I'm noticing that when you going to a meetup is really, really cool. Like your first time at the meetup, you're so perplexed, you're so like astounded by all of the boards there. But as you keep going, as you get more involved in the community, what ends up happening is the meetup becomes, it's just an excuse, but you go to the meetup because you want to meet up with people, not with boards. And that was once again my experience this time around. I got to meet and chat and hang out with people that I only talk to online. So I was really, really happy about that. I've spoken, like for example, I'd never actually met any of the Mechs on Deck folk, and yeah, being able to meet them in person and chatting with them, thanking them for sending me people after their stream was really, really great. So yeah, it was a good experience. The SoCal meetup is happening on December 7th, and a whole bunch of people are going to that too. I'm a bit strapped for cash after this last meetup, but you know, I was looking at tickets, and maybe I'll show up. We'll see. We'll see. It's like a ticket from Seattle to LAX is $150 right now, and I think I can maybe stay with someone or book a hotel with someone. $70 a night. If I go on Friday and Saturday, it's $140 plus $150. It's about $300 plus tax. Then maybe plus another $100 for food. That'll be about $400. That's like the price of a custom board, I guess. So, you know, I guess rather than build boards, you build friendships. Who knows, who knows? We'll see. I will talk with the wifey, see if it's cool with her if I disappear on my own. But I'm more than willing to bet she's wanting to join along as well. We'll see. Cool trip is always cooler than a cool board. I agree. Especially when you already have so many boards. Just like a board isn't gonna make you happy. But just as I finished saying that, you know, as soon as I got back, I noticed that I got a few packages in the mail. So I'm just gonna open them for you guys. See if I can find them. Oh yeah, wait. I said I was gonna do this. This is what Scully was selling at his table. It got kind of smashed being in my luggage, but I finally got a Proton C. Proton C. I believe I am the last QMK collaborator to actually get one of these. Everyone else has one. I'm the only one who does not. So here we go. Here we go. Proton C. Proton C. Let me actually fix up the box. But the reason why he gave me a Proton C was because he was selling something called the California board, like this. So basically it's a PCB that's shaped like the state of California. And on one side you can put, it's just like a macro pad. You put your Proton C here, put your Proton C there, you put your switches there, and it's even got an FR4 plate, and on the back of the bottom plate you have all the cities in California listed out. You can see right there. I was teasing Scully. I'm like, you should totally make like a series of boards like this and call it the United States PCB. So you could take all of these little macro pads of like states and combine them into one United States of keyboard or something. Kind of overkill, but I think it would be funny. Zark says, yay, now Merlin can fix the CI build. Here we go, look. Man of interests, It says, thanks to Man of Interest for organizing. He is forever, his name is forever immortalized on a PCB. Yeah, so it came with that, and came with a little bag of all the necessary components, such as Gateron Browns. He actually asked me if I wanted Gaterons or Gretex, and I said I want Gaterons. So I believe this comes with standoffs, resistors, diodes, screws, and a speaker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what else is in here. Nothing more. Yeah, so this is the thing that I bought. So he sold this little package for 40 bucks. And keep in mind, the Proton C alone is about $18 already. So I thought that this was a really, really good deal. If you see him at a meetup, I know he has a bunch more of these. So yeah, go buy. But yeah, as I was saying, when on my way back, I got some package delivery notifications. So one of them was a package from Novelkeys. And I was like, I think I know what this is. And I was right. When I opened it, ta-da! Look at that. S.A. Olivia. So it's kind of funny because I asked Olivia, I'm like, hey, do you like S.A.? And she's like, no, but it's pretty. It's pretty, and I agree with her. S.A. is probably aesthetically the most beautiful key set, in my opinion, but is probably one of the worst to type on. But look at that. It goes hee hee hee. Hee 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 hee. Yeah. I don't know what I'll put on this, but my wife actually likes this set, so it'll probably go to her when she brings her board back from work. She has a Poker 3 case with a Centrac PCB and Gateron yellows in it, and it's currently running Enjoy PBT Valentine, so I kind of want to see if she can tolerate SA. Who knows, but yeah, for the time being, until she brings that board back, I might put this on my Grid 600 because it's white, so it looks really nice on white. And I was actually watching Nathan's stream earlier where he's populating a board with these keycaps, and he found that one of his keys was scuffed. So I would like to take a look at that and make sure none of my keys are scuffed. Yeah, okay. So admittedly, as Signature Plastics, it doesn't have the best presentation. It's just a little plastic bag, you know. Though from what I've heard from some of our oldest members of the community is that Signature Plastics used to give these out in like cloth bags. Now those are only available as an add-on. The other package I got was all the way from the Netherlands, which I actually forgot about. But here, let's open it up. Any guesses as to what package could come from the Netherlands in this format? How many S.A. Olivia sets are out there? I think there are probably less than 200. Okay. Cut. Like, I know what these are already. Cozy says, is Martin from the Netherlands? Yes, he is. Yes, he is indeed. And this is in fact boards from Mr. Martin What. Which boards did you buy, Merlin? This is a product I've been waiting for years. Years, literally. When I got into this hobby, I was very big on tactility, you know? And the only switches that offered the tactility that I wanted were Alp switches. So I was actually one of the first members of the community that had SKCM Brown Alps. I introduced Quakeums to Brown Alps, and yeah. So one thing I didn't like about what the PCBs on sale were that none of them had USB-C. Well, not that USB-C was a thing back in 2015, but here we go. This is the Plane 60. The Plane 60 Alps version. And I did not know it came with RGB underglow, so that is a surprise. Here we go. I can finally build my orange Alps board. I can build my brown Alps board, or I can rebuild my brown Alps board, and I can build my green Alps board, my SKCL green Alps board. The Plane 60 Alps edition. I am very excited for this PCB. Nebulance is probably much better than Waldo. I agree. Layout-wise alone, this is already better than the Waldo, just because this supports the AEK layout, which is what I wanted. So this will support the AEK layout and will go into my 80K case, actually. My 80K case. I'm a big fan of Martin's boards. I think they're very well made. They're also very cheap, very affordable. He only made 10 of these, and I bought 3 of them. One for each of my boards. And it's funny that you mentioned Waldo, because I think I will get rid of my Waldo boards as soon as I finish building this. In fact, I think I have my plate ready to go here. La la la! Look at that. I am ready to go here. I am so ready for this. So ready. I'm just gonna. I'm ready. Way too excited. I think Merlin needs to do that tonight to start. You know what? This is an AEK layout, but it doesn't seem to completely fit. No, it doesn't completely fit. Darn it. No! Okay, I guess I can't do it tonight. I'll probably have to get a different plate. It's really odd. This should have fit. I don't know why. Probably flipped caps. Do it right now. I do want to do it right now, but... Oh, you're right. I need to swap some switches around, actually. And then it will fit. Okay. Okay, I will do this some other time. Some other time. But don't get me wrong, I do want to build this. Probably this Saturday. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll build this guy right here, this Saturday, because it's relatively quick. And I think it's fun. I do need like a stream deck. So if I can build this, I'll have a stream deck. I'll do that. I also have a gingham that I need to build, but gosh, that board's gonna take way too long, way too long. So probably not. We'll see. I need to find better plates for my Alps boards though. Okay. All the PCBs, all the PCBs. Let me put this in my big box of PCBs. This is my big box of PCBs that I'm just, you know, waiting to build. So many waiting projects. I've got another one of his PCBs here. It's waiting for another 60%. I've got a Eagle Viper V2. This is my Viper PCB that went in all the way in here until I did the DP60. Got another Viper V1. Another Viper board. So many PCBs. DO60, one of my worst purchases ever. Here's the Waldo PCBs. Waldo PCBs. A Pank 60. Pank 60. And oh, I bought this at the last NorCal meetup. Cozy, it looks similar to your boards. I don't know what this is anymore. It's been so long. It's got 2 encoders. The support for 2 encoders, a dip switch, There are no markings on the PCB telling me what it is. But it's probably the through-hole plonk or a plaid. I don't know. The original, it's OLKB. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, that's it. Racing Giraffe says, what's so bad about the DO60? Okay, where do I start? Where do I start? Here we go. Okay, so the DO60 was a 60% PCB manufactured by, what's his name? Center? Doyu Studios, there we go. Doyu Studios. And it was basically a 60% PCB that had USB-C, a lot of underglow LEDs, in-switch LED support at Mega 32U4, so you've got QMK, you even have a hardware reset switch, which is amazing. And what else? It supported a whole bunch of layouts, including his own layout. So if you thought it was already like Swiss cheese enough, he added an additional layout to that to make it even worse. So all in all, that's not really a bad thing. That's not really a bad thing. But what makes it bad is how it was manufactured. Number one, they kept he really cheaped out on the factory. So what happened was they kept soldering in all of the LEDs at a higher temperature, busting quite a few of them. So he ended up having to resolder them himself. And he wasn't very good at it either, so things got screwed up. On top of that, the function key diode was placed in the opposite direction. So if you had a function key on your split right shift, it would not work. Huey was actually the one who discovered that on stream, and he immediately thought that it was a QMK issue. And he immediately mentioned it on stream. He's like, Merlin, did you screw up QMK or something like that? And I'm like, who are you talking to here? Who are you talking? Me screw up QMK? I'm kidding. No, I've been known to make mistakes in QMK, but this was not a mistake. I fixed I had the software correct on this one. You know? It was definitely a hardware issue. And from what I've read online, a couple of DL60s have failed over time. So yeah. Yeah, the moral of the story is not to cheap out. Don't buy a $500 board with a $20 PCB, you know? Like, a lot of people have asked me, Merlin, what do you think is like the best 60%? By virtue of manufacturing, I still say that it's the ZealPC Rev 4. That thing is made very, very well. Like, sure, it may not have all the bells and whistles. It might not be an ARM chip. It might not have underglow RGB, solenoid support, speaker, or whatever, you know, but I still think it's leagues in front of any other 60 out there. Saturn OG says, I have a ZealPC Rev 2. Is there anything wrong with it? I don't think so. I'm most familiar with the Rev 4, and that thing has been an absolute joy to own. Two of my favorite boards have it. My Sirius 60 has a ZealPC Rev 4, and so does my TX60. I put them in my two favorite boards because they're my favorite PCB. I just wish that I had the money to purchase them, because each of those PCBs are like what, 80 bucks, 85 bucks. Jake Rep says, I just put a ZealPC R4 in a Sirius minutes ago. Very nice. Nebulan says the new Instance 60 is good. It is good. Let's see. Yeah, just don't cheap out on the PCB. I'm always very skeptical about PCBs that you find on like AliExpress and being like, oh hey, $24. So cheap, right? Free shipping. ZealPC R4 is discontinued. Ooh. Does that mean a Rev 5, an R5 will be coming out soon? Is there a planned new version? That's exactly what I was asking. I sure hope there is. One thing about Wilbur is all of his designs, even though they're really good and they're manufactured well, I know the future is ARM, and that's what a lot of people are working towards. As far as I know, he doesn't have any ARM-based PCBs, but that might change in the future. Don't know. We'll see. Let's see. What was I gonna do tonight? Oh yeah, I was gonna do porting with ports. Okay. So a few weeks ago, a gentleman came up to me and was like, "Hey Merlin, I have this new keyboard that I'm designing on my own. I made the PCB using some automated tools. I made the firmware using automated tools as well, KB firmware, and it's not working." And so he reached out to me and asked me to write him some firmware. So I asked him for all of the good stuff, you know, like the pins, the matrix, yada yada yada, and wrote him up some firmware. Handed it over to him. At the time, he didn't have the PCB yet. They were still being manufactured. So they happened to come on, I think it was Wednesday evening, and he asked me for firmware right away. And I was like, hey man, I am really busy right now. I have deadlines at work, and the keyboard meetup is this Saturday, and I'm leaving Friday morning, so I'm not gonna be able to get this to you that fast, right? Come Friday morning, he was asking me for firmware again, and I'm like, hold on. I got stuff to do. But I eventually got his firmware to him, and he confirmed that it worked. Except I did it all on my laptop, and I realized I didn't push it to QMK yet. Actually, let's see. Did I push it to QMK? Did I push it to QMK? If it's not here, I'm probably gonna have to grab my laptop. I have so many branches. I need to clean this out. Now, what was that board called? Okay, yeah, it's not here. I'm gonna have to grab the board. I mean, grab the laptop. No inks. Okay. But I do see a board here that I should have PR'd. The TG, what's it called? The TG4X. That, I totally should have PR'd that. I totally forgot. So I'm just gonna PR that really quick. Wow, 202 open pull requests. Oof. I'm gonna make that 203 from, what's my feature? What? Oh yeah. What? How do you file a PR from the GUI? I used to just click on a button and then it would do it. Okay, maybe I have to do it from my branch. Here, let's do this. Let's do this. From, here we go. That's how you do it. TG4X, and it's going into the QMK/QMK firmware master directory. There we go. That's how you do it. New keyboard TG4X. Labels keyboard. Yeah, I did this port 2 weeks ago, but I just never filed the PR. I think this was a very limited run. This is a very limited run. Should this go into hand wired? I think it should, but I don't want to make that decision myself. Typically, if it's a very small run, we just say, hey, put it in hand wired. All that good stuff. Create pull request. Let's do that. Keyboard. Okay. Maybe someone will get back to me. Someone will get back to me. Okay. What else do I need to do here? Let me grab my laptop really quick. I need the laptop. Grab the laptop. Okay, so just before I take care of this, I want to show you guys something. Something I thought was a little overkill, but fun. Today at work, one of my coworkers was like, oh, that's too much. I'll actually go into QMK directory. One of my coworkers was like, Merlin, check out this new VS Code extension that I found. And I'm like, okay, let's go take a look at it. And here, let me just show you an example of what this extension does. Just call it test.c. There we go. Okay. The extension is built for PowerShell, but it can be used on pretty much anything. The extension is called Power Mode. And just to make this more, and the reason why I gravitated towards it is because I always advertise magic, right? I always advertise magic on this channel, but to be fair, I show very little magic unless you count QMK as magic. But because of this extension, I can finally show magic. Check it out, guys. Check it out. You see that? You see that? It's magic powder. I don't know why, but this just made me so happy. So happy. So yeah, it's just an extension. It's called Power Mode. There we go, Power Mode 2.2. That you got that. Yeah, it's magic powder. So you can do Rift, you can do exploding, you can do particles, you can do fireworks, you can do flames. The flames one is so lit. And then of course there's the magic one, which is the one that I'm using. And check this out, guys. There's a clippy one. There's a clippy one. Oh yeah. Let me go. Okay, just for fun, I'm just gonna change it. Configure settings. I'm gonna do the flames. The flames one is cool. Oh, I think it's cool. It's on fire. It's on fire. Actually, I like the magic one better. I like the magic one better. Let's go back to magic. Power mode, shake intensity. The intensity with which the screen shakes. What? Interesting. Okay. Can I make it 10? Let's make it 10. You like the particles? Okay. Okay, let me read about what this does. I think you can type in power mode and it will do it. I don't know. I literally just got this today and I got way too excited. But I think coding QMK, I'm just gonna do this from now on. A little extra, but I guess it fits with the theme of the channel. Fits with the theme of the channel. There we go. Just gonna update my stuff really quick so I can actually see it on my computer. put it in. Okay. Should be good. Should be good. Should be good. Oh wait, not git pull, git. Oh, that's new. What's that thing? Oh yeah, let's get rid of test.c. There we go. Ooh, looks like we got some updates to Python. I screw it up. There we go, FLX. There we go. Okay, so this gentleman came up to me and was like, "Hey Merlin, can we get my board in?" And you know, since he is pushing it to QMK, which is open source and for all the world to see, I'm gonna show you what board this is. It's a yet to be released board, but let me pull up a quick photo for you guys. Let's see if I can find it. Aha! Okay, so only renders are in existence right now. Here we go. We drag that over. Oop. There we go. It is a split TKL with USB-C. I'm not sure what the material it's made of, but I think this bottom part is gonna be a weight. This turquoise part, it's gonna be like brass or copper, who knows. But this is the new board that's coming out. Zark says, that looks like what I had in mind, except F6 was on the left side. Yeah, I guess if you guys ever want to know like what boards are coming out next, keep an eye out on pull request into QMK. If you guys remember, what was it? What's his face? Random Frank P, KBD fans. Here you go, this guy. Random Frank B recently released a. Well, actually, he didn't release. He worked with KBD fans on a Pebble prototype. Actually, I'll just Google it. Pebble prototype KBD fans, and it used a new PCB. There we go. That's it. Of course, it goes straight back into the YouTube channel. Open image in new tab. There we go. Here we go. That's it. Yeah. So it uses a different PCB, HHKB as well, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a new board. This is a new board." When the DZ60 RGB was first PR'd, he PR'd everything including this, so we were already well aware that this existed. So yeah, I don't know when this board will go into group buy, but if you've been part of the community for a long time, you may have noticed that the bar for doing an IC or even a GB has raised significantly. Basically, if you don't have a prototype by the time that you're ICing, people are gonna be like, "What is this? This is garbage." You know? So I suspect he may be waiting for the full prototype to come in before he does and IC. But as of tonight, this board will be PR'd into QMK. And it's called the Virgo, apparently. Ooh, release notes. That's new. Activity bar indicator. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. I will read this on my own time. Yeah, it's got all the stuff already done. This is what I did on Friday after I finished working. I just needed to like relax for a bit. Yes, sometimes programming QMK stuff, sometimes porting boards into QMK is a form of relaxation for me. Ooh, was announced a while ago. So, but because I did do this in a coffee shop while in NorCal, I omitted a few steps, such as not replacing my name, Merlin. Let's see, let's go around each of these files. Merlin. Okay, now that I'm actually typing, it's kind of distracting, but I like it. I like it so much. Okay. There we go. Fixed up the README. Anything else I need to do here? Yep. Can take all that out. Take that out. Yeah, like I said earlier, the stream just was gonna talk about the NorCal meetup and then just try and get stuff done because this weekend was so busy. Okay, so we left Seattle. Well, so my plane ride from Seattle to NorCal was at 6 a.m. So that means I wanted to be at the airport by 4:30 at the absolute latest. And my wife was concerned that we wouldn't be able to get an Uber at that time. So we called up an airport shuttle. And because they don't want to have any liability of you like missing your flight, right? They were like, okay, we'll pick you up at 2 a.m. So they picked us up at 2 a.m. and got us to the airport by 2:45. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so tired. I am so sleepy. Tried my best to sleep on those airport chairs. Didn't work at all. I got maybe like 20 minutes of sleep on the plane. Landed in NorCal at 8:30. Got the car by 9. Went to grab breakfast. Then immediately started working. And by the time we checked into our hotel at around 2:30, I looked at the bed and I'm like, I need to pass out. I dropped everything, just conked out until we went out for like dinner. But yeah, I'm just so tired. And then on the way back was even worse in my opinion. We took the 7:30 p.m. flight. Was it 7? No, not 7:30. It was the 8:30 p.m. flight. And because of troubles, we were delayed for close to an hour. And we landed in Seattle around probably by midnight already. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's just Uber it back. There are Ubers at midnight, right? It took another hour for an Uber to actually get us because since every flight was delayed, there was a huge pileup at the airport. So it took us an hour to get our Uber. Finally got home. It was past 2 a.m. and I was like, I need to be at work at 7 a.m. And yeah, that day was rough. But you know, I still enjoyed my trip. I will probably schedule things better next time. Okay, awesome. I wish there was like a QMK linter that I could just run and it would fix all of these things for me. Racing Giraffe, thank you for your donation. All right. I think I have my name everywhere that it matters. Did you know you can watch ads for these? I did not know that. Thank you for that tip. Oh my, there is a very big vehicle outside my window. Not sure if you guys can hear it. Okay. Okay. Do I have everything here? Yep. Yep. Things look good. Things look good. I will push it over. Did I already push it over? Yes, I did. Merlin's getting another delivery. No, no, no. The next delivery that I'm waiting for is my Volcano 660. So I got the opportunity to hang out with Yan again. Yan is the lead developer for the QMK configurator, and he received a defective Volcano 660, and he showed it off to me. It's really, really beautiful, except I guess because he picked a red board, the small dent on the side was very, very noticeable. But I'm waiting for my Volcano 660 as well. I've reached out to Lewis of Ilum KB, being like, hey man, you said you shipped a bunch of boxes out in a photo, and my order number is that board in the corner. How come? Okay, here we go. Actually, it would make more sense if I showed this photo. Where is this photo? There we go. So some time ago, Lewis sent this photo out to his Discord and was like, these are the boards I am shipping out. And that is my board right there. And I have not received a shipping notification at all. So I am a little bit worried. Well, especially since he's not replying to me. My last 3 messages to him have gone unanswered. And keep in mind, this is one of my proxies that ran GMK Merlin, and someone who I've talked to a lot. So we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. Hopefully I'll get my board soon. Because even with that small ding, I was jealous of Yan's board. I think he's actually gonna try and Cerakote it. Hopefully it will better hide the flaws. Look. Okay, 3 messages already. I bet this is gonna be Faux Park, because he's really quick on things. Faux Park, yes it is. Look at him. What? Okay. Star. When did we switch to stars? Interesting. Okay. I will commit his suggestion. Did we really switch to stars? What? Yeah, I am not aware of this change, but you know, might as well. Commit changes. Commit changes. Commit changes. There we go. All done. And let's get back to actually filing the pull request. And now that I know he wants stars on them, let's go back to my README and let's add those stars. This already has stars. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. Magic powder, magic dust. Okay. Yay, I'm actually getting a lot of stuff done tonight, guys. Okay, what should I do next after this? Just catching up on all this missed work. New keyboard, FLX Virgo. You will believe in magic when you see an arm split over cereal. Oh my. That's not a magic, that's a miracle. Someone hasn't been trying the arm split PRs. Shoda IRL says, how hard is it to port a board into QMK? If it's an Atmega32U4 based board that's not split, it's terribly easy. Most of our stuff is automated now. So if you actually go and watch some of my VODs on Twitch or on YouTube, you'll see how I go about it. If I was doing this just on my own without any distraction and assuming I had all the information, probably take me under 20 minutes. If I have to probe the circuit board, like on some of my streams, it would probably take me like an hour and a half, depending on how big the board is. If it's a TKL and the switch matrix isn't very sequential, that could probably add 2 hours. It just really depends, but the actual programming of it, once you know all of the information, is just minutes. Alright, I've sent 2 boards into QMK. Hooray! Okay, what now? I know I've got other QMK stuff to work on, but meh. Like, as much as I love porting boards to QMK, I love building boards more. And I have been trying to build this board of mine for a very, very long time. So that's probably what we'll transition to next. Let's see. Zark says, unless you're an idiot like me and decide to use an unsupported MCU. Well, Zark, it's people like you who expand QMK. You start using unsupported MCUs, you just you just end up making QMK better. So thank you for your contributions. If you guys caught me a few weeks ago, I'm lubing a bunch of Gateron yellows. So I think that's probably what I'll do for the next half hour or so, just so I can continue getting more work done. Keyboard chores. I've already got like about 20 switches done. These are the Gateron yellows with the milky top, black bottom, lubed with 205 G0. And so far, I'm really liking 205 G0. Bantership says, I built a Dactyl with Proton Cs back in February, thinking it would work by now, but I managed to flash the two sides as separate keys and it works reasonably. Let's see. I think, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's ZVECR Zvizer. He's another one of our collaborators, and he's been trying his best to work on split arm support. It's quite an ordeal. Looking at the code makes me just want to give up looking at it. So yeah, keep checking back. It's not really something that can be done very fast. That's the unfortunate thing about it. But it is being worked on. I've read some of his ordeals on the QMK Discord. Yeah, it's difficult. It's a very long and time-consuming task. Not for the faint of heart. Definitely not something I would want to tackle either. Sora Strike, thanks for joining in. Hello to you too. Here, let's what should I do here? I wish there were more photos. NorCal photos. Let's see, maybe there's another photo album. I found the 2018 one. Oh, here we go. Took a bunch of pics from today's NorCal meetup. Let's see. Here we go. We found more pics. Oh, I met this person. I met her. I actually interviewed her last year too. Let's see if I can find Instagram. Okay, these are not keyboard pics. They're just regular pics. Let me keep looking. Not really seeing any. Oh wait, I know where to look. I'm gonna look at the Discord. I'm sure someone's posted some by now. CA66. Let's see. Maybe I'll see some photos. Anyone posting a link yet? Nope, no link. No link. Aha, I found a link. And oh, by Gary. Okay. The RMK mod. Let's go take a look at his stuff. Let's go take a look at his stuff. Okay. Let's do that one. Let's go watch another one. Any other ones? Okay, that's Nebulance. Yeah, let's just go with Gary's. Here we go. Let's do this. Transition. Everyone's using Flickr. Okay. Let me turn on. Do I want that there? Sure, why not? Why not? There we go. Okay. All right, yeah. Looks like he took more photos of the vintage boards. Oh look, there's me in the corner there. There's me. Oh, there we go. This is Nerdly. If you guys watched my video from last year's NorCal meetup, Nerdly juggled four different minivans. Let's see. The IDB60. The Q. Okay, so the Q is another one of those 65s that I really, really liked, but did not get a chance to play with or buy. Sora Strikes asks, did you bring any boards? I did not. Which, if I ever travel, I try not to bring boards just because there's so much to worry about during a meetup. I just didn't want to have to think about that some more. Bantership says, what are a few of the favorite contributions to QMK you've made? Most of my contributions are in porting keyboards. I think I'm somewhere in between 30 and 40 keyboards ported. I'm most likely the one who's contributed the most keyboards, because I do roughly 4 a month and I've been doing this for a while already. I ported a lot of the duck boards in, so that's probably my biggest contribution was porting of the duck boards. In terms of actual QMK features, the only QMK feature that I did 2 QMK features. One of them was getting the I2C working for bootmapper client PCBs, or actually refactoring our existing I2C master to work for both Atmega32U4 and bootmapper client PCBs. And the other one was implementing continuous haptic mode. So those are the actual only 2 QMK features I've ever implemented. Look at this board. This is so cute. Yeah, I feel like, okay. So the thing about really big meetups that I don't like is that you don't get a chance to really A, talk with everyone, and 2, look at every board. For example, the Seattle meetup. The meetup portion is only from like 1 till 5, so that's 5 hours, right? And last last year's or this year's meetup, they had 365 people in attendance. Assuming that all 365 people brought a board, just one board, that's 365 boards, meaning you would have like literally 1 minute per board in that entire 5 hours. You wouldn't be able to see everything. Like I vastly prefer the smaller meetups for board looking and actually talking with people, but I also like the bigger meetups because of just the sheer number of people who come, like people you don't normally get to meet and all that. Oh look, he's wearing that shirt, which I really like. Oh yeah, some people were selling posters, which I was kind of like, really? GMK Burgundy, very nice. The Unicorn 60. So I built a red Unicorn 60 on stream, but I think I like the white one better, just because unicorns are white, right? This seemed to fit that aesthetic better. Nebulan says, I love talking to all the new people. Absolutely. What is he doing here? Is this a switch tester of sorts? Yes, it is actually. Cool. I did not even notice that. Forcey McForce phase. Okay, I totally missed this at the meetup. I totally would have like brought a Switch or something if I knew. Holy cow. Dang. Maybe next time. Forcey McForce face. So many boards. Ah, holding keyboards and drinks. That is a whiskey sour with egg white in it. I know because I was one of several people who bought one, or who used their drink ticket for one. Yeah, everyone who came, or at least the first 300 people, I think, got a free drink ticket. Well, it's not free because you pay like a $10 entrance fee. But my wife doesn't drink, so she just gave me her voucher. So I got 2 drinks that day. More of Mr. Nebulan's boards. Oh yeah, I forgot about this board. This was a vintage board, I believe. Nebulan can correct me here, but actually I can just read what it says. Custom laser cut case from Strata KB, originally a server rack keyboard salvaged from a collapsed facility. There we go. Oh look, there is Tiny again. Scamming his wife out of her free bath. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. A better photo of the old school calculators. More vintage boards. More vintage boards. More vintage boards. So here we go. This was the other half of the table. What is this? I've never seen this before. I can barely make out what it says, but I think it says Toshiba T3100 keyboard module. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, more vintage boards. Oh yeah, so the guy who brought all the vintage boards was this gentleman here. forget what his name was, but it also started with an M. And there we go. Here's Hata labeling all of his vintage boards. So yeah, this guy, this was all his boards. The two or three tables here. Hata's was next door over here, over there. So I think this guy probably comes close to rivaling Hata's collection, but Hata has more, like, some really, really old school boards. Look at all that. Look at all that. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's a boardwalk. He's selling it, oh my gosh. Right, GMK Space Cadet Ergo Kit, 150 or best offer. Nice. Very nice. Oh yeah, here we go. This is a good photo of the venue. See? So this was the main entrance, and if you go towards this door over here, that's where you check in. That's where you check in. Like if you're staying at the hotel, back here against the wall, here, there's a little mini stage where we announce where they announce all of the winners. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, so this entire area up front here was just supposed to be like a seating area, but since all the tables were taken, like if you go this way to the very right, like you don't see it here, but that's where most of the boards were. And this was the seating area. Over this way, like if you were to go left or like towards you, that's where the bar was. So people just ended up putting all their keyboards here as well, and I remember seeing some people put some at the bar as well. Not sure. Yeah. And there were tables over here too against the wall. Yep. Oh look. Yeah, this was Tiny's table. She was selling some of her creations. Any invoice avail? Yeah, Tommy Crayons, by the time I got there, which was 5 minutes before it started, there were no tables available. 0. And in fact, some vendors didn't even get tables who had paid for tables. So it was kind of messed up in that regard. Last year there were a lot more tables. I'm not sure why there were less tables this year. Ooh, look, it's an Alpha 65. What is this? Is this a red scarf? There's no label on it. Oh yeah, this is a better photo of the Doro 67. Man, just looking at this makes me wish that I had gotten the white one instead of the gray. Not that the gray doesn't look bad, just that I think this is more my aesthetic. Nebulant, you showed up an hour and a half early. That's how you got those 2 tables. Dang, son. Oh my gosh. A Xeno in the wild. Holy crap. I am still waiting for my Xeno. I'm still waiting for my Xeno. And for those of you who are waiting for your Xeno as well, I talked with Zeal, and the rose gold ones will supposedly be here by late November, early December, barring any more delays. I think I might go up to Canada again during that time period and pick it up myself, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this board. This one's got Helios V2 and MCG lubed with MCG 129. It's funny because like I sold my Octagon V2 so I could buy a Xeno because I like the look a lot, but I also bought a Satisfaction 75, which I think looks even better. So I'm wondering if I can just, I don't know, maybe I'll sell my Xeno. Who knows? Who knows? I have like a whole build planned around it too. I have original Holy Pandas that I was gonna put on it, and that's why I picked Rose Gold Xeno. Nebulan says, when did you talk to him? I talked to him yesterday afternoon. Yeah. Oh look, there's a second page to this? Holy crap. Okay, we can keep talking about this, and I guess I'm not lubing tonight. No, actually, let's see. What's on the second page? Oh my gosh, there's so much more. Okay, maybe I'll just... Wow. I did not... What board is this? Holy crap, that looks really nice. It looks like the Magic Force layout. Anyone know what board this is? I really like that. But that almost looks like it's brass. Polished brass. Looks like it's one with the table, I know, right? No, I think this might be the magnesium Vermillo boards. I really like that look. So there's no placard on it that tells me what it is. Any familiar faces? No familiar faces here. Oh, guys, so I have a... No, I met some interesting people at the meetup. The first set of people is the people running, was it Honeycomb? Oh, GMK Honey, actually, which I'm just gonna promote really quick, just cause they're also from Seattle, and I met them. Yeah. So I met Holy Callus. I think that's how you pronounce his name. The yellow set. I like yellow. I like yellow a lot. I actually went karaokeing with him too. And on the way back, I saw him at the airport, and we found out that we're both from Seattle. I'm like, oh, cool, didn't know that. So I met him and his friend Ginny. And the other set of people who completely caught me off guard was, okay, so a few people actually came up to me during the meetup and asked me for QMK help. So I was just kind of like, hi, I'm sorry, I'm filming right now, blah 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 blah, can't help you, but maybe just ping me. And this guy with his girlfriend came up, and he just asked me like a brief QMK question, but he was mainly thanking me for my QMK help. And found out he was from Taipei, Taiwan. And not just from Taipei, Taiwan, but from my hometown, from my high school. So, of course, I graduated almost a decade earlier than him. But it was nice meeting someone from my hometown, and we talked about stuff, and it was kind of sad just because I asked them how some of my teachers were, and found out some of them had passed away since then. And it's kind of like, well, crap, that sucks, but you know, that's what happens, right? People grow old and pass away. Yeah, but yeah, Damage Point, thanks for joining in. It's a small world. So it wasn't just him that went to my high school. it was also his girlfriend. So we got to chat for a bit. And yeah, I guess I'll see more of this guy. He actually asked me if I do the alumni talks at the high school, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about those. I did one of them when I was freshly graduated. Maybe next time I'm back in Taipei, I'll like sign up for an alumni talk, and they'll think I'll be talking about like, you know, go to university, it is good for your career choices, or do this, do that, and this is my experience, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna go up there and be like, keyboards. Mechanical keyboards. This is the future. But yeah, as I was saying, this is GMK Honey. I was telling Holy Kalis that if this goes into GB and succeeds, he'll officially be the third person from Seattle to ever run a group buy. So I really do hope to see this go into GB and meet MOQ. Number one, because he's from Seattle and I like to support my Seattle peeps. But also because he has chosen my favorite color of all time, yellow. So yeah, we'll see. Good luck to Holy Kalis and his friend Ginny, who co-designed the set actually. I actually haven't seen a single photo of him, so I'll go point him out. Yeah. So yeah, this is during the giveaway time. Mass Drop was giving stuff away. There's all the people lining up to get their loot. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Donut Holer. Oh my gosh. I've talked with Donut Holer a lot of times, but there he is in the flesh. I didn't expect him to be Asian. I'm like doxing everyone here, but hey, you put photos on the internet, you put them on Flickr, you're essentially showing off all your stuff. Let's see, anyone I know in this photo? Nope, 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 nope. Wow, there's a lot of people waiting for their giveaways. Drop. Oh, she must be new. I've never seen her at any of the meetups before. Tommy Crahan says, I expect everyone to be Asian until I meet them. Well, you've never met me, so you can't expect me to be Asian. Okay, here we go. There's Andrew, the CEO of Kono and Input Club. There's Nathan Kim. There's Solid. He won GMK Hamon. And he just sold GMK Hamon last week, so he'll probably sell it again. And because he's a cool guy, he might probably even sell it for cheap. So if you're looking for a GMK Hamon, definitely hit Solid up. Oh, Pyrol. Pyrol is the guy with the cardboard with the cardboard keyboard. Oh, Nathan gave it on stream today. Dang, I didn't know. Okay, cool. That was really nice of him. That was a very solid move. Ooh, good morning. Please do not pick up. That's good. Okay. So a lot of people just come to meetups and think they can pick up boards, but if you've never been to a meetup before, don't pick up boards without asking. because sometimes you can drop it if you don't pick it up properly. Sometimes you scratch the side against the table, blunting that corner. And sometimes you can get this. Let me show you. Let's see, do I have it? Actually, I can't find, but okay. But during one of the Seattle winter meetups, I was picking up an M65A with the custom PCB to make it ortholinear, and it was so heavy, completely caught me off guard. Like, I knew the guy, so I just assumed I could pick it up. Don't assume, don't be like me. But I picked it up, and as I was picking it up, I dropped it. I dropped it on the board. I was like, oh my gosh, oh no, oh no. I picked it up. Good thing there was no dents, not a scratch. But yeah, don't pick up boards without asking the owner. In fact, if you watch the video, one of the Seattle winter meetup videos, you will see me drop it. It was caught on film. Ooh, a mass drop control with GMK Eclipse. So the renders of GMK Eclipse looked really, really good to me, and I was sad that I couldn't purchase it. But after seeing it at the meetup, I was kind of like, I don't know, the colors. I felt the colors were so mundane that they almost looked like a tie house set to me. Like, looking at that looks like a cheap keycap set. So seeing this actually made me feel so much better that I didn't spend money on it. See, I think this looks a lot better. GMK signal. Stop giving me ads. The Magic Force. Yeah, right, Tommy? Right? That's exactly what I thought too. The renders looked amazing, but like the real deal just didn't cut it. Oh, an Pro. Oh, okay. So one board that's an OEM that I don't see very often are the Tex Yodas. But even I forget which variant of the Yoda this was, but I think it's also a Tex Yoda with the, I forget. It's the camera keycaps with their own profile. These are all lasered. One of my favorite vintage boards in the back here. Okay, so I'm not a PCB designer, and I've tried before, but I feel like I get to a point where I get some progress and then I just lose track of time or don't have time, and I don't get to the point where I can actually make a PCB. But I would really, really love if someone from the community actually made a PCB for this board and had a working trackball, because this is probably, I think, one of the most beautiful vintage boards out there. Like, I've got one. I put some GMK keycaps on it. Looks absolutely beautiful. And I just wish I could use it in real life, you know. Nebulan says Kodachi. Yes, that's it. It's the text Kodachi. Look at that. I want that keycap. What is this? Oh my gosh. That is so ugly. I'm glad I did not see this at the actual meetup. That's, oh my gosh. Are they stickers or is this actually? Okay, look at this caps lock. Look at that P. It goes past the edge of the keycap. Oh my word. My gosh. And what profile is this? It looks like it's 3D printed. Look, you guys can see the texture on it. I think these are 3D printed. My gosh. There we go. The Vortex Pure, holy crap, this is an old board. 2015, I think. With Silent Skies. Someone modded the board to have Silent Skies. Wow. That's some dedication right there. Ooh, beautiful. Oh yeah, here we go. It's a cardboard board. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. He neglected to put a port for the USB. So this is purely a wireless board. And there's Ray. I don't know why they just took a photo of Ray. Yeah, Ray was one of my collaborators during the extra live stream. He stuck with me all the way till the end. So thank you, Ray, if you're watching this. There we go. There's Pyrol. You know what? I just made the connection. Didn't Pyrol make the Xeno? Pyrol made the Xeno, right? Here, let me just let me just look at my Discord convos. I swear Pyrol made the Xeno. Yes, he did. Pyrol made the Xeno. Holy crap. You sure? Let me scroll through this. I'm reading through old comments. Okay, no, it's not Pyrol. Pyrol is... Pyrol does renders, actually. He does renders. I think he did renders for Input Club back in the day. Okay, yeah, never mind. Scratch that. Pyrol did not do that. It's Poner, yeah. Poner made the Xeno. I knew it was P. It was P something. Yeah. Look at him. He's so happy. He's so happy with this creation. I wish he had I wish he had built it so people could actually type on it. I wish he had Cerakoted it. Imagine a Cerakote. Okay, can you Cerakote cardboard? 1500G tester. Holy crap. SMK orange. Razor green. Oh my. I did not see this. Yeah, that would have been very difficult to press. Oh, look. Oh yeah, this was the table. Okay, this was the table that you checked into. So you got your little name tag holders, or name tags that say my name is blah blah blah. Then you got a postcard, a keyboard postcard. Then you got, like, in this box were the keycaps. And what else was in there? Oh yeah, in the cash box, which is no longer on the table, you had your drink coupon as well. That sexy key cult. Oh, cool. KBD8X Mark II. Did I get to type on the Iron 165? Yes, I did. I typed on it several times. I kept going back to it. Aw1442 says, nice hat. Thank you very much. If you did, what were your thoughts? So the thing about typing at meetups, or typing outside, because his booth was outside, is that you're standing up, right? You're standing up, and the table is at sitting level, right? So you're typing on it like that, like with your hands pointing down, and it's also loud, and people are probably talking too, you know? So it's very, very hard to get a good feel. It's very, very hard to get a good sound from it. But from what I was able to do in that situation, I felt that it was really, really good feeling. The only other, like, I'm comparing that to, like, I forget what switches that he had, but I own two 65% boards. Let's see. I own two 65% boards. One of them is the KBD 67 Mark II, and the other one is the Doro 67. So this is top mount. Doro 67 was integrated plate. I'd say, just because I'm probably biased because I thought the board was really beautiful, but it felt really good to type on. Overlubed inks, I think. I don't even remember, but I thought that it felt good. Because he had two of them built. And he had an unbuilt one, which he handed off to Nathan Kim. So expect a build stream from him in the near future. Ooh. Zeno! Oh, Nathan's iron build is tomorrow. Nice. Awesome. Okay, I guess you will see it tomorrow. Alright. Oh, look, it's me. So, oh gosh, I feel terrible. She's another streamer, actually. I recognized her, but I can't remember what her name was. But she's famous for not showing her face on screen. So she was kind of like, oh, do I have to show my face? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I am interviewing her. She's really big in the 40% Discord. Look, it's Donut Holer again. Look at him all dressed up. Why was he dressed up? I don't know. Do people usually dress up when they go to a keyboard meetup? Like Like, this is how I dress up. I like have my hat, and in some cases I have my staff. Whoa, what's in there? But that's Donut Holer. He was the only one with a suit. He wanted to make a good first impression on all the Keebs. Probably. Oh, look at that. That's some shiny brass. It's polycarb. What board is it? Oh, it's a... Nebulan says it's a Nunu. Yes, it's a Nunu. That's what it is. Look at that. Sexy. And the Pain 27. Okay, so this really sucked here because, as I said, there were not that many tables left. So people were going outside and just placing their boards on a concrete slab. So some of these boards are fairly pricey, like this one. This one is a Zephyr 65. That one's a M65A. That one's a... I can't read it. Oh, it's a Singa V3. That's... I don't know what that is. And that's a Brutal. So look, they're putting it on a concrete slab without any padding. If you pick up this board and don't pick it up just right, or if you don't have any rubber feet on it, you've already scratched your board. Look at that. Yeah, this is raised board. I think this is also a raised board. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, but it's just, there were just not enough tables. Oh look, he already has a little dent. I hope that's not from the meetup, because that would really, really suck. Oh, I've seen these. These are the ones that KBD fan sells. Oh look, see, even Key Cult just put like cloth over their table. It was the B stock from last Black Friday that sealed it. Ah, okay. Gary's boards, the Q. That looks really nice, actually. Ooh. Yeah! My favorite board of the meetup. The Iron 165. And the Unicorn. So many beautiful boards at the meetup. And an X60 Noxery Founders Edition. That's not a board that you see very often. Hi Langlandia! Thanks for joining in. Oh hey, another board that you don't see very often. Topra High Pro. Grid 600 with palm plate. Okay. Modern Dolch. What do you guys think about Modern Dolch? Looking at the renders, I felt that it looked good. And when I saw it in person, I was just kind of like... It didn't really jump out at me anymore. Like, it still looks like a GMK set, not like the GMK Eclipse that I mentioned earlier, but I felt GMK Moto just wasn't... It just didn't do it for me. Shota says, when is the stream gonna end? Because I really don't want to leave. Well, we'll see. I don't know how much longer this album is gonna go, but I'll probably end close, like probably at the end of the album, because I'm still functioning on lack of sleep, and I do need to sleep earlier tonight. The CA66. I still have a CA66 PCB that I need to return to this one guy. Alice clone with GMK Shoko. Okay, so GMK Shoko really caught me off guard. I knew it was going to be good, but seeing it in person, I really liked how muted it is. It was really, really pretty. So if I ever get another chance, I might actually jump on this. There we go. Shoko like shocked me. Yeah, right? Oh yeah, here's another photo of the most expensive keyboard at the meetup. The gold-plated control alt, or the gold-plated drop control. Okay, I think that's the end. That's the end of the thing. Oh, cool. I didn't realize Flickr actually mentioned what camera you were using. Ooh. I think I'll post things on Flickr too, I guess. Anyway, it is almost 10 o'clock. I should probably Shoda's like, lol. No. Well, okay. I did. Langlandia says, I'd like to purchase your services before bed. What kind of services? The only services I charge for are my build services. Oh, and one-on-one QMK help. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna end the stream just yet, because I did say I wanted to get stuff done. Like, I did get 2 of the QMK things done, which I should probably just check on really quick. But I really wanted to get... I want to lube at least 5 switches tonight, if possible. Yeah, I'm just gonna check on my QMK stuff here. Oh, okay. Looks like Faux Park wants me to change a few things here, but maybe I should just change it to a ternary statement. Okay, I'll have to have a offline conversation with Faux Park, but let me just fix these things. He wants to take out a space. We'll take off a space. Okay. I'll do those things and just talk to him later about this. Guess I missed that right there. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's fine. But I did want to do some lubing, a tiny amount of lubing. Shota says, the classic keep ratio. $500 keep, $20 mouse. You're on the tops now of 70 box file. It's nice. What's error 1 in configurator? My nightmare is mad at me. I don't know. I don't know error codes off the top of my head. Might have used the wrong key code. Don't know. Sorry. Caffeine connoisseur, Mac Merlin. Nice meeting you at NorCal last weekend. Nice meeting you too. Yeah, Langlandia is actually one of the people trying to convince me to go to SoCal. I would like to. I'd really like to. We'll see. We'll see if the wallet permits. You know. How dare I not know off the top of my head? I can't know off the top of my head because I have a wizard hat on the top of my head already. So to know off the top of my head, I would have to remove the wizard hat. But if I removed the wizard hat, I would lose all my QMK powers, so I wouldn't be able to help you in the long run. Let me at least try and lube like one switch, because it is 10 o'clock, so I gotta go to work early tomorrow. If I steal the hat, can you get the QMK powers? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. That is the secret to my success. It's the hat. I'm useless without it. How to get to California from Canada when you're broke. Well, Shota, which part of Canada are you from? Because I think there's a Toronto meetup coming up. And if you're over here on the west side, I think the Vancouver meetup is happening, I think early next year. Which I will be at actually, because I'm located in Seattle, Washington. I'm just roughly 3 hours away from Vancouver. You're going to the Ontario meetup, but can't steal my hat there. Yeah, I won't be there. You know, I do want to make it to a Canada meetup at one point, and the most likely one is going to have to be the Vancouver one, just because it's so close to me. It's as close to me as the Portland meetup, and I've been known to show up there every now and then. I do need to make a trip down there soon. I have some customer builds that I need to deliver. Well, you know, there are actually quite a few Keeb wizards out there, but I am the only one who wears a hat. And I'm also the most handsome. Nebulant is a Keeb sorcerer. You're more like a Keeb dragon with all the keyboards that you have. Here's a Keeb relic. What relic does he have? I actually haven't seen him with any kind of relic. How to extract the brand. 159, thank you for subscribing. Yay. That feels nice. Very nice. Okay. I am me, you are you, rating with a party of 13. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. There, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna dox you really quick, just to show you, just to show people. Let's see. Let me pull that up. So, I am me, you are you is one of the fine gentlemen that I got to spend time with this weekend. Had such a great time. There we go. This is him. Uh-oh. There we go, there we go. That's him right there. And just shout outs to him for wearing the Seattle Meetup shirt. Oh, what happened there, OBS? Just transitioned back and forth. Oof. There we go. Okay, that's better. Now you guys can see. Yeah, we see, what did we do? He messaged me around dinner time to go out for dinner, but I had dinner plans with my wife. But we ended up meeting at a bar that he chose. He was pretty much our organizer that entire Friday night. He'd be like, let's go here. Okay, let's go there. Let's go here. Let's go there. So I just kind of followed him around. I followed him around, and then we finally met up with Tiny at Mini Boss, and that's from there we went off to karaoke, which resulted in this. Here we go. There he is. There he is. Yeah, this was, when did I take this photo? I think I took this photo at, this must have been 1 a.m. Actually, it's on my phone. Do I have my phone on me? I can look at the time. When did I take this photo? I took this photo at, let's look at the details, at 12:54 a.m. November 9th, 12:54 a.m. Oh my gosh. Shota_IRL says, McMerlin, name everyone in that pic. This is Nathan King. No, I'm kidding. No, this is me, right here. In case you haven't noticed, but this is me. This is L Baron of Iron 165. I think this is Nebulant. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know who this is. I don't know. This is Ginny, who designed GMK Honey. This guy, well, he designed it with Holy Callus. This is Holy Callus right there. I'm covering him again. That's Tiny. Oh. Nebulant says Chewy then me. Oh, okay, so that's Chewy, and that's Nebulant. Okay. Chewy of Mechs on Deck. That's Tiny. That's Olivia. That's Huey. And I believe that's Huey / Man of Interests. That's Adam, also known as Mega Bulgogi, Mega Beef. That's Osiris TV. That's I Am Me, You Are You. And I don't know who this is. That might be Howard. Might be Howard. Not sure. But yeah, let's see. Ganable says, do you have an estimate on how many beers you had that night? I was driving, so I didn't drink that much. Your liver can handle one glass, one bottle of alcohol every hour. So I was out probably from, okay, so I had a huge dinner beforehand. I went out to Ramen Nagi. I lined up for an hour and a half for Ramen Nagi, and I ate such a huge bowl. Then after that, my wife and I went to little shops around the mall, being like, let's try that ice cream. Let's try that taiyaki. Let's try that bubble tea. We just kept eating. So when I arrived at the bar that I Am Me, You Are You came up with, I was already very full and being like, okay, I can safely drink. Yeah. Missileman, thank you for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Yeah, so I think I drank I had 2 old fashions and 2 beers. That's it. Yeah. 2 old fashions and 2 beers. Two of these Coors Lights, actually. Yeah. So, not not much more than a particularly heavy porting with ports night. Yeah. But yeah, that's I am me, you're you. Do I have another photo? Oh yeah, I have photos with Chewy. And I have Osiris's photo here too. Let's see if I can pull it up. Pull it up real quick since it's not on my Google Drive for some odd reason. Why did it not make it to my Google Drive? But here we go. Let's see if we can do this. This one's gonna be cute. Here we go. That's me and Osiris. See, I was really happy to remember to do this just because I like mentioned this earlier, but I'm always busy filming that I do miss out on a lot of the keyboard stuff, and I miss out on like talking with people who I really, really admire in our little enthusiast segment. So I'm really glad that I got a chance to really take photos with people and that I remembered to. And that's MK Ultra. He sells foam. I am me, you are you. Thank you for subscribing. Let's see what else. Who else did I take a photo with? Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Oh yeah, guys, so I what do you call that? So after the meetup, a bunch of us went out to Hot Pot. And for some reason, this was a conveyor belt hot pot. I know this is kind of tacky. I'm showing on camera something on my phone, but this is really the fastest way I could do it. Like, I guess I could upload it to Google Drive and then do it, but yeah, so this was the hot pot. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of like a sushi conveyor belt concept, but just with hot pot. Yeah, I ate a lot that night. Yeah, let's see. Oh, and this is what I ate prior to us going out on Friday. That's why I was really, really full that night. There's that, along with some milk tea, some ice cream, and taiyaki. Yeah, let's see, what else did I eat last night? What else did I eat that night? Oh yeah, here we go. Do I have a video of it? I should have a video of how long that line was. Just insane. Oh, here we go. Did not take a video, but yeah, I guess I didn't take a video after all. That sucks. Well, but yeah, I went to Ramen Nagi. I waited in line for an hour and a half. That's me trying to capture the amount of people in line. But I'm on one side of the mall, and on the other side, right behind me, that is probably close to the start of the line. So it was quite the ordeal waiting for it. Yeah. But it was worth it. If you guys are ever in San Jose, definitely check out Ramen Nagi. Ramen Nagi. I'll actually look it up really quick. Ooh, look at that. They have a fancy website. Actually, just watching this is making me hungry too. What's this? Oh. No, don't transition. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Merlin, please. Not now. Yeah, okay. I said I was gonna get more lubing done. I'll just lube a little bit more. It's 10:21 right now. 10:21 Pacific Standard Time. Were there any really unique boards? Yeah, there were a ton of them. I posted a few links in chat. You can check out some of them. Oh, it's still, the ramen noodles is still playing. Let me close it. There we go. That's much better. See, but just to show you the board that I really liked was, yeah, it didn't show up on my Google Drive. Oh well. Singapore, thanks for joining in. Isn't it really late for you too? Aren't you on the East Coast? Missileman says, what kind of lube are you using? I'm getting ready for my first build. I am using 205G0 provided to me by 159 of Project Keyboard. I don't think he actually sells this on his site. He was just trying it out, but you know, just a shout out to a man who has done a lot for this channel. Singapore was doing laundry. Nice. I thought about bringing your K-Mac to the build party. I mean to the meetup. People would have been like, "Oh, Merlin, you've got a K-Mac happy." I'm like, yeah, I've got a K-Mac happy, just for the flex, yeah. Just bringing in a keyboard that's not even your own for the meetup. Because why not, right? Why not? I feel like this lubing stuff is gonna take me a couple streams to do, especially since I haven't really dedicated an entire stream to it. But this is probably something I'll do when I'm like, okay, it's the end of the stream and I still have to do this. I'll just work on it just a tiny bit, and then I'll move on. Okay. I think I'll just finish these last two switches and then I will get some shut-eye. So I pulled out my laptop earlier just to push over those new keyboard files and I saw an email from work. I'm like, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. It's too late to read emails from work. Just read it tomorrow morning when I'm in. Shoda is going to bed. Well, good night. Hope you get plenty of rest tonight. Thanks, Lang, and I will get back to you about our previous discussion. But the chances of me being at NorCal are rising by the minute. I mean, that's SoCal, not NorCal. But yeah, I will get back to you once I have a definite answer. Alright, calling it quits. Oh, oops, forgot to put that cover piece on the lube. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining in and watching me talk about my adventures in NorCal. Watch me do some QMK and then do the most exciting part of the show, which is lubing. Yeah, let's say I still haven't figured out what I'm building this Saturday. It's either gonna be the Gingham or the California board or one of my Alps boards. We'll see. Janky Render says, are those milky yellows? Yes, they are milky yellows. Missileman says, what kind of switches are you putting together? Yes, these are milky yellows. Everything stock except the lube. So yeah, let me just put this all away. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining in on the fun. Let's see, with 35 viewers, if you've been here from the very beginning, thank you for all of your support. If you guys want to check out any more of my other content, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you like this channel and want to see more, I will definitely appreciate your help by making your purchases through my affiliate links to the left. You can actually figure out any of these by doing something like Amazon, ZealPC, so forth and so on. My next stream should be this coming Saturday. I have yet to decide if I want to do an Alps build, a clue board build, the clue board California build, or a, what did I say? What was the third PCB? Oh yeah, and a Gingham build, but maybe I will leave it up to you guys. Anyway, I will catch you guys on Saturday. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week, especially those of you who are coming in from the East Coast or are doing this at 1 in the morning. Thank you for your support. I'll see you next time.